Honk.
And again, the honk will lead them. What's going on, everyone? Welcome all. Welcome, Arvanauts, to a Tuesday stream. It is just about mid-April. We are at April 14th. Currently, I don't know about we are at. It sounds like DEF CON something. We are at April 14th. It is April 14th, 2026, and it is time for the Patreon-fueled chat chosen game of the month, which is Tiny Bookshop. Very excited for that. Before I get there, I want to zip through these other things so we can get playing. If you haven't done so already, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube and do subscribe to us over there. A few people are jumping on board here as well. Exclamation point ArvTube for that. It's free for you to do that, but really helps us out. Discord is exclamation point ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky is exclamation point ArvSky. You can hang out on the microblogging platform of choice right now. Website for this, arvanelleron.com. Financially, exclamation point ArvShop is the merchandise area. Cool swag for you that also supports the channel. Patreon is exclamation point ArvTreon, where you can get a lot of cool stuff. We are going to be revamping that Patreon the next few months, but you can get a lot of cool stuff right now, including custom poems written for you and epic character backgrounds and even critiques of your writing, plus inspirations for our tabletop players. You can support us there. Also, subbing to the channel gets those inspirations for players and also gives you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. On the publishing front, exclamation point Icarus. My graphic novel from Athos Arts, exclamation point Library, is my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And exclamation point Greyshade. That's my Greyshade IP, Greyshade Renegade and Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, available at that link. You can also get the audiobooks of Greyshade Renegade and Heretic from our very own Trent Sparks at that link. And you can pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, coming to you from Alligator Alley Entertainment and Brandon O'Brien soon. Very excited for all those things as well. And last but certainly not least, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter. Important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now. The World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message. We'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Thanks as well, as always, to the people of Minnesota and Minneapolis specifically for fighting against federal occupation and invasion, and doing so in a way that inspires all of us as we continue the fight against fascism. All right, let's get rid of this and let us turn on that. And what's going on, everyone? It is good to see you all. I am turning this on, by the way. And I am proudly wearing today my American Association of University Professors shirt. The reason I am wearing this is just as a note, I had the chance to go to a couple of events on campus yesterday that were union-oriented, and accordingly, I wanted to mention that next Tuesday, so 1 week from today, we will have the Dragonbane, which I'm excited for, and then we will have our regular GOG.com stream, Pen and Pixels playing more Evil Land 2, and that evening, I will be hosting on this channel at, I believe it is 8 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. I will be hosting a roundtable discussion about union rights, about labor rights in higher education, specifically featuring, specifically featuring, not my cough, specifically featuring myself, and also featuring labor leaders from the University, St. John's branch of the University of American Association of University Professors. That's acting president Sophie Bell. It's equity officer Jeremy Cruz. They will be joining Carlos Hernandez, who should be familiar to people on this channel, who is a tenured full professor at BMCC in New York, and who is a faculty member that is working underneath a very strong union that has gotten him and them a lot of benefits. So wanted to talk to him about that. And Zachary Kaiser, who is a professor at Michigan State University and the vice president of the just recognized union by Michigan State, which recognized it back in September. So a lot of good labor people to talk about labor rights in higher education. And I really do hope that people will spread the word about this, because it is an important conversation to have. It's not going to be the last one that we have on this channel, but it is important. Higher education has a huge impact, obviously, on our society. We need more people involved in it, frankly. And labor rights are, of course, human rights. The more that we get labor rights for society, the more human rights are advanced as well. So I'm very excited for that. One other note about scheduling. This is going to be the only stream of the day here or over on GOG, because Right after I'm done with this, I've got to go shower and get ready, and I'm going to be heading down to the Empire State Building in the Big Apple, New York City, where I have been invited to a reception for the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation scientists. I am excited to do that. It is an honor to be invited to something like this and to be able to meet them, so I'm excited to do that. And I'll report back and let you know what I find out and what I hear from the amazing people of Damon Runyon. So I'm excited about that. Tomorrow night will be more of Dungeon of the Mad Mage with the amazing Shadow Crew Community D&D. And then Thursday, I will be back with some more Super Mario RPG. So I'm excited about it. Oh, and I definitely am going to do that Echo for sure. Also, I want to mention that coming up in 2 weeks, we will have, this is one of my favorite things to do, an announcement about an announcement. But coming up in 2 weeks, Zach Clay and I are going to have a major announcement that is also related somewhat perhaps to Damon Runyon. So very excited for all that stuff that we've got going on. But today what we've got going on is the Patreon-fueled chat-chosen game of the month, which is Tiny Bookshop. Now, this one is brought to you by, I believe it is Nonstop, who actually nominated this. And I am excited to play it. I have heard good things about it. I know I have not, however, watched or played any of it. So I got the demo. We are going to play the demo. And if the demo for some reason is like half an hour, then I'll think about getting the full game. Also, we'll think about getting the full game if I really like this. I definitely like Tactical Breach Wizards from last month, so I may come back to that as well after Super Mario RPG. We'll see. But in any case, I'm going to play this. If for some reason the sound is off or whatever, just hang in there, and as soon as I get the opportunity to, I will adjust sound. But otherwise, it is time to build us a tiny bookshop. Oh, next month will be, that should be the third weekend of May. It is Memorial Day weekend in the United States, and I believe that's the third weekend of May, although maybe Triffid can do me a favor, or Prince Justin, and double check and see what the exact number dates are. I don't recall off the top of my head. I have started to reach out already to some people, and I will be reaching out more over the next week or so to get more of that locked in. Yeah, that's right. 22, 23, 24, 25. And it will be, as usual, the Friday into that following Monday. We will definitely have the marathon session of Infinity and Beyond on Sunday. That is confirmed. I'm definitely going to have Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks again. I'm definitely hoping, and then the other stuff I have to get arranged, Dragonbane, things like that. We will definitely also have a special session. Prince Justin, I suspect, may be involved somewhere in there. We will also have probably either Mike Underwood and or Brandon O'Brien involved in there. So we got a lot of stuff going on with that. As far as affecting nominations, I don't know, Echo, to be honest with you. Normally, I like to keep nominations on Tuesdays if I can. It's just that I wasn't able to do so because of the nature of how things were working. I don't think that'll have any major impact. Probably what I'm going to try to do is put the Patreon field game on the last Tuesday of the month if I can. That's what I like to do, but I don't 100% know for sure, Echo. So that's what I would say about that. Okay, now, music. All right, graphics. All right, I think we've got this at full. Got that full blast. Yeah, we got that full blast. All right, now, how's the volume sound, everybody? Too loud, too quiet? It's pretty quiet on the music side at the moment, but... You can hear me in the music? Okay. Great. All right. All right, here we go. That's a good point. Yeah, I got you, Echo. Today is the day. By the way, I have now been streaming. I've packed up my things for over 14 years. Thank you to Echo for mentioning it to me privately. Leaving everything else behind for a quiet life by the sea. Hell yeah. My streamiversary was April 12th, and I have now been streaming for 14 years on Twitch, which is hard to believe. Tiny Bookshop. This is also like, this is the lead into Dredge. Waterfront Square, Monday, summer the 1st. It really does look a little bit like Dredge. Okay. Click. 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 Okay. Oh, okay. My, what a sight. Her name is Tilde. Thank you, Triffid. That's true. That's true. Little Arvania's first anniversary. Yeah, she's been sitting in on interviews and the process for the next student poet laureate. We actually, I think I may have mentioned this, but on Sunday, we were at Accepted Student Day at Vassar College. She's basically choosing now between Smith College and Vassar College that are both exceptional, top flight schools, top flight places. So she's got a tough decision to make. Vassar was really impressive. She was very, very impressed. So she has an Accepted Student Day at Smith as well, and then she's going to have to make the call. So it's going to be interesting, but it was very cool to see what she's going through there. My, what a sight. You must be the new bookseller. I've heard so much about you. Who are you? Oh, how rude of me. I'm Tilde. I used to run the local bookstore here before my retirement. Lovely to meet you. I'm here to welcome you to our quaint little town that has no darkness below the surface. Yeah, it is pretty awesome, Triffid. It really is. I tried to. She said at one point, one of the director of admissions, they addressed everybody. The place, there was this large cathedral on campus, and the place was freaking packed because it was every admitted student. And not all of them are going to go there. A lot of them are making decisions like she is between. They've narrowed it down to their top 2 or 3 schools, and they're making a decision here. So the place was packed, and the director of admissions was talking to everybody, and she was talking about the different options. First of all, that they had something like 10,400 applications, and they admitted about 620. So really small percentage, which fits. It's one of the top liberal arts colleges in the country. But the other thing was they were talking about different, they had a sampling of things from people who got in. One of them, Jill Biden, Joe Biden's wife, gave them a letter of recommendation and stuff like that. And so, and Senevine, my daughter, Little Arv, heard that, and she's like, Dad, how did I get in here if they got in there? And I'm like, because, as Prince Justin just said, you're talented, lucky, and good. I was like, because you have an exceptional GPA, because you're the Bridgeport's first student poet laureate, because you're a wonderful writer, and most important than all those things, you're a wonderful person. Every college admissions officer is falling all over themselves talking about how amazing you are, which is why you got into just about every place that you applied. It's funny because she's like, wow, there's all these people. I'm like, yeah, but you're one of those people. You're one of these really amazing, awesome people. So I was super proud of her. And you could tell that she was just kind of wow, taking in all the experience of what something like this would be. So it's going to be a tough call. It's going to be a tough call because Vassar is in Poughkeepsie, which is not the most impressive city of all time. And so people at Vassar basically stay at Vassar, but it's a very supportive community and whatever. And there's a lot going on campus. On the other hand, Smith is in Northampton. Northampton, Massachusetts is a very pretty college town, but it's single sex, and she really kind of prefers the co-ed thing, and it's a half hour further away. And so she kind of would like to be closer to us. So, and they're they're pretty much tied academically. Vassar might have a, I don't know, 0.01 slight ed, maybe. I mean, they're pretty much tied. Smith has a bigger endowment, but Vassar has a ton of funds. I don't know. She's going to have a tough time. And in the middle of discussing all of this, by the way, they mentioned at one point, they're like, oh, and here's one of our presenters, went to Oxford on their study abroad. And I was like, Oxford, you say? So anyway, it was a busy day. We were there literally from 8:30 in the morning. I guess that started at, we got there at 8:30 in the morning, all the way until we left at about 4:30. So we were there all day. But we got a good vibe of the campus. Students were really friendly. A lot of very, impressive, well-rounded, good students that were really thoughtful. So we'll see. And one of the deans came up and was speaking to us afterwards and, was talking about him. And of course, a lot of these people, some of them recognized because she was one of the people that they admitted, right? So anyway, it's very neat. It's very neat to be in this process with her and to see what she's going through. So it's cool. All right. Here to welcome you to yeah. And because I thought you could use someone to show you the ropes around here. Let's see. You should know that us bookstodians, oh yeah, Bookstonians have very particular tastes in books. I, for example, prefer to read classic and crime novels and not much else. I'm a very limited person and don't want to widen my horizons. No, just kidding. So why don't I have a look at your selection and see if I can find something worthwhile? Crimes. Bravo, you had the right book on hand. 60%. Scales with number of stocked books, plus 3% from Tilda. When a customer finds a book, they will keep looking for more. Perfect. I had lost my copy of it. Sadly, you didn't have the right book on offer. Even though you may have books of the right genre, whether people actually take one home depends on your sale chance. You can check your sale chance at any time by hovering over the genres on the right. The sale chance shows the odds that someone might find a book they like. Because the chance is based on how many books you have in your shop, it will decrease as you run out of books throughout the day. That seems logical. Managing to sell that last book of a genre is the mark of a great bookseller. Okay. Hey, give me money. Give me money. You're just walking out. Hey, thief. Thief. Hey, give me my monies. Stop jogging in my little... An Explorer's Guide to Georgetown. So great. These people are running to a bookstore. This is, by the way, how it happens, Chad. I don't know if you know that. They literally run to a bookstore. They jog into bookstores. They want our work so much, they literally jog into these places. Plus 5% to fact sale chance. Hi there. You're the bookseller, right? I see you already talked to Tilde. Did she know everything about you already? Yeah, she does that. Told me all about the review before I'd even started my job there. Oh, I'm talking about the Buxtonbury Review. It's the local paper. Yeah, I sort of write for them. My name's Fern Estrada. Glad to meet you. Your arrival's kind of the only interesting thing that's happened around here in a while. So you'll have to excuse my nosiness, but it's sort of my job to write about you now. Psst, expose. Suddenly this becomes into a murder mystery. Who killed the journalist that knew too much? Can't accept that as a bookshop? I think it's cool. It's a book trailer. Echo, I don't know. I don't know if there's a corollary to this, but in America, they still have to this day bookmobiles, which are basically just like large RVs or trailers that drive around, and they often have books for sale or sometimes to gift. Inside those, when I was a kid, I went and I found some cool books inside the bookmobile, and there used to be like Bookmobile Day. So that's what this reminds me of a little bit. How about you help me out by answering a few of my questions, and I'll give you a free subscription in return. You might appreciate the events calendar, and people often sell used books in the classifieds. Right, so, for the record, what made you come to Buxtonbury? Well, I was playing a game. Searching for where I belong. Oh, wow, I kind of feel the same way. I hope it works out for you. Yeah, it's like one of the better things that we've been able to do, Big Boss, among a long list of not so many good things. How are you, Big Boss? Okay, and what's your first impression of the town so far? Friendly, I think. Don't worry, it really is. People might be meddlesome, but they only have the best intentions. Thanks so much for the little interview. I really appreciate it. Oh, interesting, Echo. And I promise you'll have your first copy of the review by tomorrow morning. I'll have a look at your selection now if you don't mind. See you around. How do we fit more than 2 people in there? Oh, it's another woman running to the bookstore. Let's go. Running. Running. Running right now. Get out of my way. They're not finding what they want, or are they buying it? They're finding what they want. I'm running out. I'm running out. Maybe these people just run everywhere. That woman is lost. She's running into the sea with her book. I got the awakening. I thought I'd relive every aspect of it. That was a literary joke. Okay. Closed. Closed. Get out. Closed. Buxtonbury Review, filled with articles, events, and items for sale. Thanks, Fern. Whoa. The Bookstonbury Review reports on the goings-on around town. You could check today's and tomorrow's weather, sunny, and keep an eye out for upcoming events. There's a weekly flea market. Here you can see the money in your pocket, 81 gold, and all the books you own, both in your shop and in storage. Looks like they're running a little low. In the classified section, you can acquire used books to replenish your stocks. Let's give it a try. Just click to buy. All right. Well, we need kids' books, all right? You should come in handy. Maintaining a good stock of books is an important part of any book-selling venture. Yeah, we got 27 books. All right. How about used book lot? Yeah, we got a whole bunch of books. How about maybe valuable book box? Okay. I like it. Got 9 drama. How about this valuable thing for 0 gold? Yeah, we got some fantasy. That's what I'm talking about. Band. Band to the bone. Do. Band. Do. All right. So that means we now have. All right. So maximum is kids' books, and then with the second most is travel, and tied for third is fantasy, which is tied with classic, then crime, and then drama and fact are tied for last. But no bandage. I see how that is. All right, let's get a cactus. Plus 2% to drama sale chance. Plus 2% danger. It's funny. All right, close the newspaper by toggling it off. Hold on, I will. Have you ever dreamt of finding your true home and starting a humble business abroad? That's precisely what this tiny bookshop owner has done. Operator has done, choosing our very own Bookstonbury as our latest destination. When asked about their first something or other, I can't read it because it's blocking it. This is your item bar. From here you can open the newspaper, customize your bookshop amongst other things. Click here to customize your bookshop. All right. Yeah, we're going to put that there. We got a boost. Some items can increase your sale chance for certain genres or change the effectiveness of other items. Watch out, though. Sometimes this comes at the expense of another genre, just like in real life. Equipping some items will increase your daily expenses, so keep that in mind. It costs 4 gold to keep a cactus going. Hover over an item to check out what it does. Okay, and you can right-click it. Decorate inside or outside your shop. Click here to manage inventory by different categories. Try selecting the paints category to begin painting your bookshop. No. I like that. Book sign. A sign that says books. Folding table. Guest book. Okay. Hold on a second. First of all. Yeah. There we go. How much water? I mean, a lot of it, apparently. Each day you can pick a location to fit on the map. Wait. I don't want to do that right now. Going to a location is a travel cost, which is based on your daily expenses, as well as parking fees to the location. You'll unlock more locations as you go. For now, let's pick the waterfront square again. Can I not do that? No, I have to do that. All right, these are the books in your storage. Select a genre by clicking it to start stocking your shelves. Fantasy. Shelf of fantasy. Okay. Right, we're going to put fact. All right, we're going to put fact. No. Okay, we get it. Yes, I know. Okay, great. Okay, can I do what I was doing? Yeah, thanks. Okay. Whoops. Okay, we do want a well-stocked kids section. Drama, fact, and classic, fantasy, kids. %, 43, 19, 43, 25, 19. Oh, we have no crime? No, we got to get some crime in there. We're going to... You know the thing that I think fits well right next to kids? Crime novels. There we go. Fantasy, never heard of it. Okay. Waterfront Square, Tuesdays, summer the 2nd. Okay, wait. Did you notice you can look around a location, click and drag to move your view. You can interact with things by clicking on them. Let's pick up this buoy. Boy, oh boy. Hey, imaginary. You take that bike? All right. Before I click anything, man, I want to look at the thing. The coastal wildlife of Buxton Bay. Most of the board is taken up with illustrations of the marine animals native to the local bay. You recognize a moon jellyfish with 4 purple circles. You remember seeing a stranded one at Far Beach before. Their delicate tentacles are used to catch prey such as plankton but are harmless to humans. You also see an image of a herring gull in flight. It has a characteristically bright orange spot on its otherwise yellow bill. These scavengers can seem menacing to humans, but they are trying to adjust to the increasing urbanizations of their habitats. They are incredibly intelligent. For example, researchers have observed them shoplifting books, presumably using them to nest in. Yeah, this feels like the definition of cozy, Big Boss. Lastly, there's a group of small gray acorn barnacles pictured, shown to look different above and below the water's surface. Were you aware that the hard bumps often found on rocks and boats are actually the shells of small arthropods? An acorn barnacle's legs poke out from the top once the tide comes in to catch plankton out of the water. Fascinating creatures. It feels like you've gained a whole new appreciation for coastal critters today. That's great, but you know what's even better? Okay. When asked about their first impression, the fresh-faced bookseller finds Buxtonbury to be very friendly. Find out more about this new and exciting shop by visiting the waterfront tomorrow. Okay, I need more money. Buy books and items allowed and about, but they'll be put into your storage where you can access them on the next day. Okay, how do I can't decorate? How do I decorate? I wanted to decorate. All right. He's here. Hello. Yeah. It got me some travel. A friend recommended hiking trails in Buxton Bay. None of these people can find the right classic. Ah, there you are. I wanted to commend you on how much you've been livening up this place. I'm sure you want to branch out to other places in town now. My friend Mary owns a very successful cafe in the town center. If I call her up and get her to give you a parking space, you could get quite a few visitors. Yes, I know, dear. You can always trust me on these sorts of things. It's decided then. Meet me out by the Café Liberté as soon as you can. Solidarity! Okay. Oh, and while we're on the topic of showing your face, I heard our dear Walter was quite impressed with your wagon. He's one of the local fishers. Why don't you go over there and introduce yourself? He should be back from his recent catch just now. Have to go now? Introduce yourself to Walt the sailor. You might want to write this down, love. Having an organized diary will come in handy in our business. You know what? I still have quite a few unsold journals left over from my old shop. So here, why don't you take this one? Your journal for all your planning needs. Thanks, Tildy. There you go. I hope you make good use of it. Goodbye. You got the journal. Open at any time to check on your progress. You can track which genres you've sold the most of, useful for adjusting your selection. A lot of travel, a lot of fact, total number of books. Check back here for hints and events as you discover more. Looks like this page holds little postage stamps to mark your moments in Bookstonbury. You'll collect these stamps as you're making contributions around town. You can also see your progress towards the stamps as well as hints and extra info. Click one of the bookmarks to quickly navigate between the different chapters of the journal. This page allows you to find out more about the characters you meet, includes genres they like, personal information, and where you last saw them. Sometimes characters will have requests for you to fulfill. You can check up on them here to track your progress. Okay. On this page, you can see the different items and effects currently affecting your bookshop. I would love to be able to place more of those things, but you didn't let me. Oh, all of my daily expenses are based on my bookshelf? Why does it cost 4 gold for a bookshelf? Do I have to keep it from falling over? Counter gives you an overview of what will happen this season. I obviously want to be here for this flea market thing. Weekly flea market, summer bonfire. I don't know if I want a bonfire near books, to be honest. Classics are really going. All right. Ahoy there, kiddo. How's it going? Looks like you got a good sturdy vessel there. I have some old items lying around which I thought you might like. See if any of it's to your liking. A tattling trout, a lobster buoy, or a vintage globe. That's all. My friends tell me you got some decent cargo on board, too. They've been specially enjoying your travel and classic novels. Guess I have to be careful or I might be outsold by her. Why don't we make a bet? If you can make 20 sales to my buddies, I'll admit defeat. Oh, I'm looking forward to a little competition, kiddo. Good luck. Hey, what are you doing here? So I assumed you'd be at the beach like everyone else. Oh, so sorry. I already forgot that you're new. You just seem to fit in so easily. So sorry. Sorry. Here, I'll show you how to get to Far Beach in case you want to drop by there soon. All right, get to know the beach. I'm not really a beach person myself, but I'm sure the crowd there will need some of your reading material. This is awesome. I want to just bring this bookstore to every part of this town. Hey, what's up, kids? Are asleep? Only sold 1 fantasy book so far. Hey! You're making a mistake. Another person is running to the sea, reenacting the awakening. I've sold 5 travel books. Jeez. Unclosed. Unclosed. Unclosed! Some items have been discounted a little. Now might be a good time to buy them, although you could wait longer and risk someone else buying them first. Items in the seasonal section have a much slower turnover, so there's no need to hurry. Sure to snatch them up before the season changes. Okay, let's see. Public park still in disrepair, looking for volunteers. Last winter, a series of snowstorms devastated vital parts of the beloved Rye Park. Many trees were uprooted and flower beds were destroyed by strong hail. Since the beginning of the year, members of the Bookstonbury community... You're selling both those books. This does feel vaguely like Dredge to me, you know? Like Dredge, the other side of Dredge. Have repeatedly expressed the wish for a restoration effort. Led by students of St. Bookston University, a newly formed group of volunteers is looking for local gardeners willing to donate their precious time and resources to the much-needed repairs. Okay, it's going to be sunny. Can I customize now? Oh my god, okay. Great, can I do what I wanted to do? Thanks. Plus 5% to customer count. Plus 2% to customer count if you sold more than 10 books, plus 5%. Yeah. Increase my travel sale chance. All right. I got to go inside here. All right. Now we got everything here. Daily expenses 5. Okay. Far Beach Cafe Liberté. 15 gold. It's expensive. Let's go to the Cafe Liberté first. All right, what are we going to want to bring? Well, we're definitely going to want... We definitely want a lot of travel books. I want some kids' books. I guess a little bit of crime. I'm determined. I don't care if fantasy is... Don't care if I only sold one book. I'm selling more of them, damn it. Far Beach, Wednesday, summer the 3rd. Your bookshop can also be impacted by unexpected sources, such as the weather, visitors, or special states. You can always read up what something does by looking at the tooltips. All right, we're here. Let's go, people. I'm here. Bookstores, books. That's right, you person in your sand boots. Come in. Join me. Plus 3% to fantasy. Hell yeah. Excuse me, could I get a book, please? Something with a historical setting is a must. I still like children's books. Also, I like niche books for the most part. Yep, I already finished the last one. Historical setting is a must. All right. Might be harder to fulfill than others. Check the difficulty stars here. Okay. Okay, no. Short description, publication date, genre, author, and page count. Okay, I'll do that. Historical setting. Okay, it's sea around us. Oh, no, no, no. There we go. There we go. I like niche books. Let's go. Managed to surprise them with an unexpected pick. I'm a bit surprised, but I'm interested in the historical aspect of it. You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? They'll try this one and keep shopping. Wake sounds interesting. I'll check it out. Thanks for letting me read here, by the way. My name is Harper. I'm going to be back soon, okay? Bye. Whenever you successfully recommend a book, all your customers become inspired to pick up a book for a short time. This happens whenever you successfully recommend a book, increases the sale chance across all genres. Okay, we need more customers. Yo, customers, I'm inspired. You should be inspired. Buy my books. Buy books. You, with the scarf. You're inspired. Read these books. Inspiration. You can do it. All right, what do you got? Yeah, kids book. Now, yeah, let's go. Yeah, another kids book. Man, everybody wants kids books. I'd like to inspire me. Thank you. I am inspired. Kids books are flying off the shelves, man. Got the one fantasy. We very little travel things out here. Interesting. All right. I have plenty of children's books back in the storage. Drama is not selling at all. Plus 1% to fact. Okay. I'm going to run out of kids' books. I had a whole shelf of it. Sometimes when people ask for help if they can't find what they're looking for, click the bubble to help them. They won't wait forever. I can only commit to something with less than 200 pages, but facts don't want to hear them. Okay. Well. Maybe you notice that some books can show up across different genres. This doesn't impact how a customer perceives the book, but you can use it to recommend books in a genre where your customers might not have been looking. I love the last battle. It is almost Judgment Day to Narnia, like actual Christian Judgment Day, where Lion Jesus sends all the good guys to heaven at the end. The metaphor is no longer subtle at all. Dune. Yeah, let's give him Dune. 544 pages. Enjoy this, lady. All right. The Napoleon of Notting Hill. The Willows. Wonderfully twisted gothic horror classic follows two friends on a fateful canoe trip. Okay. The Well at the World's End. Ah, The Martian Chronicles, of course. All right. She's not going to, like, travel because of the whole fans thing. Doesn't want facts. The Outsiders. We have two Outsiders. Let's go with the Napoleon of Notting Hill. A perfect recommendation. Woohoo! Finally something short and sweet to read. You might have just found someone's favorite book. They'll buy this one and keep shopping. What can I say except you're welcome? What do you want? Sorry, I'm in a bit of a hurry. I'm looking for something with outer space. Also, I'm down with something fictional. Do you have anything like The Little Prince? Ah, we talk about like Dune, maybe? Dune's outer space, theoretically. I don't know about The Little Prince. Definitely not that. Also outer space. The Martian Chronicles or Dune? No, I know kids are asleep. I was joking. Let's go. We just hit him in the face with the 5. They're like, oh. I'd say, so do we do, now here's the question. Something with outer space down with something fictional. Do we go with Dune or do we go with Martian Chronicles? Have you heard of Brandon Sanderson? Yeah. I'm thinking Martian Chronicles, right? Like I thought about Dune, but Martian Chronicles feels more obviously spacey from the beginning. Yeah, all right. Perfect. The Martian Chronicles is totally out there, literally. Hell yeah. Good job, chat. And we sold more fantasy. Look, we sold 6 fantasy books today. This is the hand-selling ability. Booksellers, if you're watching this, recommend our books. If you want Assassin's Creed chops, Jason Bourne trained in 15th century Venice in the ways of sonic magic, recommended by the great Hugo-nominated reviewer, Paul Weimer. If you want any of that, then you go to freaking the Grey Assassin trilogy, all right? If you want something that was once compared favorably to the work of Roger Zelazny in a vague sort of adjunct sense, I'm not trying to say that it's equal. You want that. Just keep that in mind. You can recommend Malazan. Yeah. All right. That was a good day right there. Thank you for playing our demo. That's it. We hope you enjoyed your stay in Booksmart. You can support us by wishlisting on Steam and joining our Discord. See you there. That's all? Wow. That was the demo. All right. Great game. No, I'm just kidding. The demo was like, it's like a 20-minute demo. I mean, that's fine. It's a 30-minute demo. I know it's a demo. I know it's a demo. I know. Wait, am I still able to play? What is this? I'm still playing. Yeah, a little bookcase right there. This was a demo, yeah, because I wanted to, I wasn't sure how long the demo was. All right. So far, so good. All right, so. All All right, I'm not stopping yet. I got more to do. Okay, so this is discounted. All right. We still have so many kids' books. I mean, heart-pounding mysteries. I think I'm okay on books right now. I think. Thank you for playing our demo. Get out of my way, thing. It's not gonna let me play anymore. Get past. Okay. Now the question is, the real demo is the books we met along the way. No, it's okay. I'll get the game. The question though is, does it pick up from where the demo left off? That's the question. That's the issue. All right. Let me not dox myself while I do this. Okay. And continue. And I agree to the terms and purchase. Install content. Do it there. It's installing. Whoops. Okay. All right. Updating. Okay. There we go. What is taking this long to update? Oh. No, I don't need you to update PUBG Battlegrounds right now, thanks. All right. Tiny Bookshop. Hold me closer, Tiny Bookshop. All right, now hopefully they'll allow you to pick up from the demo. Hopefully. Resume game. Hey, we did it. Okay. All right, so we went to the far beach. It's expensive over there, though, but we sold a lot. All right, let me go check out the Cafe Liberté. Roads cover Rocket Man named Bucket Man. Bucket Man. All right. All right, first of all, I'm running low on fantasy books. All right, so we sold... There's drama. We sold a ton of kids' books. That was also at the beach. We did not sell as many for travel. I'm going to get rid of a few of these travel books. And we're going to add more... I'm guessing crime is going to be a bigger thing here. Okay. I imagine at some point we're going to get like a larger bookcase or something like that. All right, here we go. Thursday, December the 4th. Click. Click. Meet Tilde at the cafe. Oh, here comes Tilde. Oh, Tilde. She's like... I know, I was wondering the same thing nonstop. That's what I was trying to think about. There you are. Meet Tilde. Seems like Miriam has her hands full with the cafe again, but I'm sure she'll drop by later. Now, I have something you might help me with. I've been cleaning out my old shop for months now, selling the small pieces at the flea market. This Saturday, I'm trying to move the more bulky items to the market. Help an old bookseller out, will you? They'd fit well into that little wagon of yours. Just pick them up and bring them with you to the market on Sunday. Okay, check by our old bookshop. Pick up all 5 of our moving boxes. I owe you, and I'll make sure there'll be lots and lots of customers in it for you. All right. She might finally be satisfied after that, but probably not. Oh, you need a book? I can help. What do you have for me today? I wouldn't mind reading more female-penned literature. More female-penned. I also wouldn't say no to a good mystery, and also wouldn't hurt if it had a thrilling, gripping plot. Okay, so a good mystery written by a woman. Ellen Raskin. Puzzle along at the twists and turns of this clever case unfold. That could very well be it. In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. No. Robert Louis Stevenson. Yeah. Yep, there we go. Ellen Raskin. Perfect. Kaboom! You're right. Hobbyist booksellers successfully recommend a book. You're right. I'm glad you have so many female authors in stock. Hey, listen, I do what I can. Very pretty. That's exciting. I don't know why I had to cut away to that, but... Oh, no, no, no. Do. Got more classics. Fantasy is not selling the way I want it to. Henry the Sixth Part 1. Can't have too many. Got that right. Finally sold a drama. What's up, Fern? 5% to fact sale chance. I can't find anything. I got you. What's up? I want a play that isn't stuffy with some humor in it. I can't get enough of Much Ado About Nothing. Ah, ha, ha, I'm your Huckleberry. All right. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. The first book that I check. Okay, almost certainly that's what I'm going to do. Not stuffy, some humor, Shakespeare-oriented, and a brilliant freaking play. A Doll's House. That's a joy. Lessons in Chemistry. Oh, Lessons in Chemistry. That's what I'm talking about. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Let me see it. Kaboom. Yeah, excellent. How very theatrical. I'm very proud of myself with that. That was a good one. Could I have a hand? What's up? I got you. Hopefully. Dreadful weather. I need something outdated. I typically go for character-driven novels, and I usually enjoy a classic piece of literature. Okay, an outdated classic piece of literature that's a classic, huh? Wait a second. 1778. Character-driven. Classic, something outdated. I think probably Evelina. Brilliant. I feel like Evelina has a lot of depth. Successfully recommend 3 books in a single day. I'm out of classics, though. Everyone's inspired. Everyone's inspired! I wish there were classic books left. Sorry. I'm going to need... No. All right. Yeah, but it's almost the end of the day. Look, I have a tiny bookshop nonstop. Tiny. Tiny. It's a tiny store. It was a good day. I made 63 gold today. 63. I made it. I only had one person who was sad that I didn't have something. Click, click, and click. Former bookshop cleared out after Sankaloon's retirement. Store in town center sits empty. Many of our members will have fond memories of the Bokandal and Ankavariat at 4 Cyril Plaza, where Tilda Sankalin's doors were already open to comfort you with the perfect book. And while the 76-year-old has been happily retired for a few years now, it still feels like the end of an era to see these doors come to their final close. Can Buxtonberry's new mobile bookshop follow in her impressive footsteps? And what will happen to this prime spot at Cyril Plaza? Tilka Sankalund interview on page 7. Buxton University announces tuition hikes, student council walkout, controversy ensues. Okay, so I need more travel, but not now. But I do need... Alright, what do we got? Hey, alright. That's some good combination of books. I like that. Tragically good. Yeah, I think I'm okay on the drama side. I've got 18 of those. I wish I could get this. I don't have enough money, though. Equipped at the flea market. Okay. Question is, am I going back there? I'm going to go back to the beach, I think. All right. One thing is we want a lot of kids here, so absolutely need kids stories, first of all. We need kids things. Okay, people were not up on facts here, so we're going to add just a couple more of the drama. I continue not to give a damn whether it sells. I'm going to keep my thing freaking filled with with that, and that's the end of it. I think I could probably get away with another classic. Let's get rid of this. Wait. Okay. I think that's probably fine. And then the bottom is true crime. We're going to get a few more of those. Sold a ton of kids. And then travel was not as big as I might have thought it would be, but I'll still keep a few in here just in case. All right. Here we go. Far Beach time. And go. Come by, people. I got your books. I got a bunch of crap outside my car. I got a book sign. I got a buoy. I got a birdhouse. Got a table. Got a cactus. Oh, also. A skull. 4% to crime sale chance. 2% to kid sale chance. All right. All right. I see you. I don't know what to pick. I got you. I get to pick a book. I prefer books from this century. Absolutely nothing romantic, please, though. I'm a fan of books like The Battle of the Labyrinth. Books from this century and nothing romantic. Okay. If the stars are lit, it's too close to romance. Yeah, no. Sea of Monsters. Sea of Monsters could do it. Oh. Something by V. Schwab. Discovers a man I can remember her name. Fantasy and comedy. Queer love, no thanks. Arcanchi, that's romance. Don't want that. Let's go with this one. Yippee, the Sea of Monsters is very up to date. Hell yeah. They're inspired. Inspired. Buy more books. Man, the kids' books just blow off the shelves here. Yeah, I know. Or a manga, I suppose. A manga. Oh, here comes Harper. Which one is your favorite? What a week. I need to find out who done it. Also, it should definitely be a crime novel, but dry books can be a bit boring. Okay, crime novel. The Chalk Man looks promising. Also, that would work too. Green Glass House. Although, no, who done it? This is it. The Chalk Man. Marvelous. The Chalk Man. I wonder who did it. Hell yeah. They're inspired. Buy more books. You're inspired right now. Buy books. Yeah. Hey, you look like you're good at picking up stuffs. My mom told me we have to go home, but I don't have all my shells yet. Picking up? Yup, I need seashells. I'm looking at them for science. It's called marine biology. You have to look at all kinds of stuff from the sea, like starfish and mermaids and clams. Can you pick some up for me, please? Here, I'll give you my special marine biologist device. Allows you to collect seashells. I picked most of them today, but some more should have washed up by tomorrow. I just need 12 more. Oh my god. I have to collect shells? My mom's calling me again. Okay, bye. Bye. What do you need help? What's up, Harper? Hi. Can I get a book? I like escaping into fantasy worlds. Wow, look at my fantasy shelves, man. I like going on an epic adventure in my reading. I wouldn't mind challenging myself to a really long read. Oh, fantasy worlds. So, Snow Crash. Encyclopedia of Fairies. What do you all think? I think Snow Crash works, right? Escaping into fantasy worlds, they don't really define fantasy versus science fiction as much. It's a really long read. I like going on epic adventures in my reading. So it's not this one. It's either Encyclopedia of Fairies. It's not Snow Crash? Well, she likes going on epic adventures. She likes escaping into fantasy worlds. It's really long. I mean, admittedly, Harper doesn't strike me as a Snow Crash type person, but, you know. It's either that or it's the Encyclopedia of Fairies. I like escaping into fantasy worlds. You would go with Encyclopedia of Fairies? All right. Unconventional, but I can't wait to get lost in this world. All right. You were right there, Trivid. Man, I'm almost out of books with the fantasy books. Harper is like my entire fantasy book collection. Plus 10 daily expenses. But I still had books. I still had books of everything. Yeah. Click, click, click. I'm out. Iconic Cafe celebrates 200 years. City Awards owner with touching tribute. A family-owned coffee shop has thanked customers and staff at a small anniversary celebration this week. Café Liberté, a mainstay of our town center, has been serving the city for 200 years since its foundation in the early 1800s. Quickly became one of the city's most iconic spots, drawing in creatives and revolutionaries alike. Attending city officials and prominent townsfolk commended owner Mariam Devoir for her efforts in preserving Buxtonbury's history with touching speeches. Shell count reaches record high. Scientists baffled by rare seashell appearance. Oh, it's the flea market today. Okay, I need to go to the flea market. I'm okay on kids' books. I need fantasy books. This is kind of expensive, but... Come on, fantasy. Oh, it's just crime because macabre... As Gene Hackman says, as Norman Dale in the classic sports movie Hoosiers, it's going to be a lonely bench. Visit the flea market, all right? All right. We're going to the flea market. 23. All right. This better be worth it. I can't even fill up my fantasy bookshelf. That's all I got. I'm feeling like at the flea market, they're going to be a little more into history, right? So I think I can probably... put my drama down there. Probably travel too. So kids are always popular, but let's put a few more travel. So crime. All right. Then we're going to put drama over there. We're going to put more travel there. All right, we can give them more fact. Excuse me. I'm going to put... Actually, I think I'm going to add more classics. So we're going to go with... It hadn't, but we're going to a flea market, and I'm guessing people are going to be more into that. And I'm guessing they're going to be more into fact, because they're going to be looking for, like, history-style books, and I'm guessing they're going to want a little bit of the kids, which always sell well, few crime, and fewer fantasy, with more classics. So, I can add one more crime book, I guess. Maybe I'll get rid of that and I'll put in a few more crime. I don't want to reduce my kids' collection too much, though, because those do usually sell pretty well. One more classic. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see if we guessed right. All right, I'm here. You got to know one of Bookstonbury's most beautiful community hubs. Also, bonjour. Oh, he's got painting of a tower. Yeah, I don't have the money right now, bro. Feel free to touch the artwork. It's an experience. My gosh, you're the bookshop owner. I love your wagon so much. It's so cute. I'm Anne. It's so nice to meet you. Welcome to the flea market. Wow, looks like you're swarmed with customers. I hope you still had some time to look around, though. Would you like some plants for your shop? I feel like they fit in so well with your vibe. Not at those prices. Lovely. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. How do I... Did you know I'm a really good finder? I always find the best stuff around here. Last time I found some really rare trading cards. And the time before that, my Baba and I bought some really good paint. It was so fun. I think this time I'll look for some sunglasses. How many treasures have you found yet? Think you can beat my record? Well, good luck trying. Oh, jeez. Need a quick read. I need to give up the freaking flea market stuff business. You're the highlight of my route. Give me something with real stakes, you know, the grisly kind, but I don't usually enjoy dry books. All right, so we need some crime. Frozen River. No. Where's my American Psycho book? Is it all used up? Dark and twisted thriller. Okay, so it might be The Surgeon. Unraveling grim crimes. So it might be All She Was Worth. No. Something with real stakes. I like it. The Surgeon. Yeah, brilliant, intense, in a good way. Okay. Need to sell stuff. Need to get rid of this freaking flea market thing. There's a lot of customers. All right, I need Tilde. I need to get rid of this crap. Wait. I did bring Tilde's boxes. Classic books are going. We got rid of the travel. We got fantasy. A lot of facts, as I thought. Selling some classics. What's new today? What do we got? What do we got? I'll rage if none of the characters kiss. However, I want a book that at least takes itself seriously. Do you have anything like War and Peace? What can you recommend for a collector like me? Okay, classic with kissing. Don Quixote. It has to take itself seriously. This could be a problem because I mean, how seriously does Don Quixote take itself? Ah, Robin Hood. Messenger. No. I mean, Beloved takes itself very seriously. War and Peace. No. Oh, man. Jurassic Park? Definitely not kids. Yeah, I don't think it... Yeah. Atmosphere. Beloved. This is pushing it. Yay, I love love. Okay, thank God. We got the kissy kissies. Ah, good to see that you found a little flea market. Yeah, get rid of your crap, Tilde. Oh my, thank you kindly for your help, dear. I can finally get rid of this clutter now. We delivered Tilde's old bookshop furniture. She sung him for a reasonable price. I'll set up my little stand over by the old cannon then. Come by if you want to have a look at what was in those boxes. It could even be useful for you. How about you freaking actually do the thing. What old canon? Oh, wait. Oh, what? Look at this dope little shop. Oh, the cats have returned. They're in a battle. Yeah. Look at this dope little shop. Hi, mate. I read about you in the paper. It's such a cool place you got here. Oh, my name's Klaus. Oh, no. My name's Klaus. I work at the Mega Marché at the moment. Have you been there yet? It has an awfully big car park. I'm sure no one would mind if you made a stop there from time to time. This is the part of Sprockets where we dance. How are you? Having a good summer? Yeah, it's chill. Cool, yeah, mine too. You had some time to check out the local music scene? I mean, it's not huge, but we've got some cool bands here or there. Like, I'm in a metal band. Don't know if you're into that sort of thing, but we're called Silence Libri. All right, I'll check out your books now, but I'll see you later. Yeah, adios. This is the part where I do things. Okay, what? This might be a bit odd, but I just can't leave without another fantasy novel. Also, it might be nice to read a graphic novel. I'm a fan of books like Noragami. Oh. Shoot. The problem is I don't have one. I did have one. I'm going to assume maybe something smaller. That's what I thought it was, the Silence of Books, yeah. I'm guessing something smaller like this, because if she wants a graphic novel, I feel like giving her something, the live ship traders, like, does she want an 800? No, I know it is. Yeah. I know, but I don't have any manga. I had one before, but someone bought it. I don't know that do I give someone who's talking about reading a manga? Yeah, I know what you're saying. But like an 880 page Ship of Magic, like this is not for the faint of heart. Robin Hobb is amazing, but and I have to admit, I have not read the Live Ship Trader series. I've read the Assassin's Apprentice books, but I have not read Live Ship Traders. This would be fun for a bunch of authors to play together. All right, chat, what do you think? Ship of Magic, Live Ship Traders. Okay, for the readers and authors and writers here. So for someone who wants a fantasy novel and would like to read a graphic novel, and I'm out of those. So do we go... Wait, is there... By any chance... Ooh! Fruits Basket! Okay, I know it's a kid's book, but it's a manga. It's volume 1. This one, Fruits Basket. I know it's a kid's book, but it's a manga. Watch a boy turn into a cat. It's a fantasy. So what do we think about this, chat? A fantasy manga. That's got to be it. I know it's not fantasy, but come on. Yeah, fantasy really makes my everyday feel heroic. Let's go. Hell yeah, you're all inspired. Buy my books. Buy them. Buy them now. Buy them now. Buy them. Paco de Leon is such good inspiration. Any others? Can I sell my last one of these? Come on, Klaus. Click, click, click. Solid day, though. Solid day. Congrats for 1 year, Fern. Bookstonberry review staff recognizes their outstanding contributions. Our dear editor, Fern, has just reached a milestone, 1 year of writing for the review. Our paper was changed for the better when you arrived on the scene for your internship. And since then, we've been graced with such awesome insights into this little town of ours. Writing articles is hard. I don't know how you manage to do it every day. So hats off to you, Fern. Hats off to you. Enjoy your surprise at the office this morning. Okay. I need fantasy books, so I've got to get this up. Come on, fantasy. Fantasy, 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 fantasy. 5 fantasy. Let's go. I needed that. Still need to collect some seashells. That's true. I think I'm okay on the crime. Come on, vintage books. Fantasy. Yeah. All right, I got some fantasy. I got a lot of travel books. Okay, I think I'm good there. All right, seashell time. Anything else I buy? Okay, good. Daily expenses are 5. Also, this is the 3rd time I'm going to the beach. All right, so now at the beach, as I recall, people were definitely into crime books. The kids' books were huge. We can get rid of some of the travel. They don't want to travel. They want to be where they are. We're going to do one more drama book. We're going to do some classics up here. We're going to do a lot of fantasy. Not as much with fact. In fact, yeah, I'm going to go with way more kids' books. 4, 5. I think I might do a full shelf of those. All right. We're going to get a couple of fact books, a few fact books, 3. Drama, classic. We've got travel, we've got fact, we've got drama, we've got crime, we've got kids. I wonder if I go all in on the kids. I mean, not on the kids, on the crime. So a full shelf of kids, a full shelf of crime, half of fantasy roughly, half of classic, and then a third each of drama, fact, and travel. Yeah, it's 7. Okay. All right. I think that's right. Okay. Seashells. One seashell, that's it. That's it? One seashell? Oh, no, 2 seashells. 2 seashells? Two seashells. All right. Oop. 3 seashells. All right. All right, picked up 3. Click and click. Yeah, and I collected the beach. Completed afternoon at the seaside. I wonder if that gives me anything. That could be. Maybe there's more nonstop. That's a good call. Crime. Got a kid's book. Yep. Yep, more crime. Study in Scarlet. I love the film adaptation. Kids and crime, man, at the beach. It's all about that kids and crime. Kids and crime. I got a fantasy book. Harper's here. She's my fantasy person. Ship of Magic. Such great cover art. God, man, the kids and the crime is just off the hook. This one person bought like 1 billion books. Oh, oh. Ah, summer holes are the best. My parents wanted to go somewhere on holiday, but I said, you can go without me then. I don't want to sit in a car all day. In Buxtonbury, I can just take my bike to the beach. Plus, all of my friends are here. I'd miss out on all the best jokes if I went away. There's only one thing we're missing for the summer, sandcastles. Sell 15 fantasy at the beach. Oh, and more fantasy books, of course. Keep up, will you? I'm working on it, Harper. Let's bring a book to school day. Give me something with a low page count, but facts don't want to hear them. Can't get enough of how Winston delivered Christmas. Low page count. God, another kid's book. That's not low. The Lorax. Low page count. How Winston delivered Christmas. There you go. Perfect book to carry around with me. Hell yeah. Everyone's inspired. Buy books. Buy books. I'm bored. I need a book. You need a fantasy book? Looking for a book about nature? I usually prefer factual books, and I tend to read lesser-known works. You already finished the last one. Isn't that Harper? Since when do you like facts? I thought you were all about fantasy. Factual books, huh? Lesser-known works. Well, oops. How to Say Babylonian. Book about nature. 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 It's got to be lesser known, right? Yeah, they bought my whole freaking... I know! All right. Okay. A book about nature. I usually prefer factual books. Well, a book about asexuality, a book about ADHD, and a book about how to say Babylon is not exactly about nature. Factual and lesser known, yes, but... factual books. Okay, natural beauty, factual book, lesser known ones. Let's go with it. Yeah, woohoo, this is why I protect the environment. All right, she's happy. That's good. Everyone's inspired. Buy more books. Buy more books. Buy the books. Are there any more shells? Buy books. What's up, my Mur? Mur, you have no idea how fast fantasy books fly off the shelves. You know, here. I want to be clear. These were all fantasy books. They're mostly gone. Also, at the beach, people love crime and not travel books, but crime and kids books. Looking for a book that suits my interests. I need a book with a high page count, but I don't normally like it when authors add magic to everything. High page count and no magic. Got you. How about the Canterbury Tales? No magic. Okay, no. How about... The answer, chat, is Don Quixote. It's 1,056 pages. As we know, no magic associated with Don Quixote at all. Okay. East of Eden. A retelling of Genesis set on California farmland. This complex novel centers on the timeless struggles of two families exploring theories of rivalry, identity, and love. I don't think there's any magic there. Certainly got a high page count. You got that covered. East of Eden. How about we not do that? High page count. Also American Psycho. Oh, that was what's her face? Yeah, that was Tilde. I just dropped that crap off, actually. The Dice Man. Activity transforms to a ritual of a newborn religion. I don't think they're going to be on board with that. Beloved, yeah, no magic there. Book with a high page count. World War. East of Eden, baby. East of Eden? This will keep me occupied for a while. Interesting. I'll give it a shot. Yeah. Let's go. Inspiration. Everyone buy books. Buy books. Buy them. Buy more of these books. Lois Lowry, I'm a huge fan. Can't wait to find... maybe there'll be a Mur Lafferty book in here. There is a V.E. Schwab book already that I saw. Maybe a Gregory A. Wilson, that guy. He's got some stuff. Oh, I sold the last of my fantasy books. Just as that person left. Okay, any other seashells that I can get here? Any other seashells? Ooh, there's my ball. Oh, nice. That was going to happen. Seashells. Seashells, tell seashells by the seashore. No, I'm playing the full game now, Triffid. I bought the full game. Yeah, well, but listen, who knows? Bigger than you so far. Bigger than you so far, Mur. Okay, I've got to get more fantasy books. Come on, fantasy. 2. Come on, fantasy books. 14 fantasy books, let's go! Yes! That's what I needed. All right, now we're set. We didn't spend money on everything either. Lighthouse might rouse fright. Haunted building comes with a view and resident ghosts. Since the full automation of lighthouses during the 1960s, the Buxton Bay Lighthouse is no longer inhabited. Many passersby in the following decades have reported signs of paranormal activity. Me and the mates were there yesterday. We found a footprint near the lighthouse, and there was a bloody bang at the door. I gave me a proper fright, it did, says local fisherman's grandson. I mean, this is what happens when classic authors hang around near here. I ain't seen anything like that since the game of Brindlewood Bay, played by Merle Lafferty with Brandon O'Brien GMing. Reclusive lighthouse keeper Gareth Ellis has declined to comment on the sinister happenings by Furnace Trotter. Bookshop spotted at beach. Yeah, they have. Yeah, it is. All right, what else can I... Oops. All right, it's time to go to the Mega Marché, since I have not been there yet. Okay, now, first of all, we need us more fantasy. All right, what are they going to want at a bookstore? Well, they're definitely going to want kids' books, because they want to keep the kids entertained while they do their shopping. So we're going to get a full shelf kids' books here. True crime, yes, probably. But I think they'd also want some travel. Maybe a few more. Maybe I'll add in... Throw one more drama in there. I think I'm overdoing... I think I want to add more crime. Add another fantasy... Kids' books too high. What's up, Palin? That's fine. You listen. Guess what, Palin? Guess who's buying it? It ain't the kid. All right. You want it so they can be like, "Mommy, Daddy, get down that book for me," and then you get it down, and then they're like, "No, buy it for me," and then you buy it. And the thing I'm not sure about is whether I'm not doing enough fact books. I'm going to get rid of one of the drama, and I'm going to add another fact book here. Crime is at the right height. All right, I got it. Let's do it. Monday, summer 8th. Forgot to look at the calendar. What's happening here? Okay, nothing till the flea market. All right. All right, you want kids' books. You know you want kids' books. You know you want also a couple of crime books and maybe a fantasy. You know it. You came out of that supermarket. You're like, you know what? I spent money on stuff I didn't want. Now I'm going to spend money on what I do want. That's how this works. You were going to buy those books. Buy that book. Buy the collected works of Skiffy and Fanty. The collected reviews of Skiffy and Fanty. Buy now. Buy the leftover third sign books. Buy Icarus. Buy the Grey Assassin Trilogy. Buy the books that I can't talk about right now, but which hopefully I'll be able to make an announcement about soon. Buy those books. Buy them. Do it. Do it now. Okay, we got a couple of crime books sold. We got a couple of kids books sold. I was right on that. Okay, we got another drama book. Hey, mate, nice to see you again. You mind if I hang around a bit? I need to do some writing. What am I, a cafe? You know how I told you about my band? Yeah, well, I wanted to work on a concept album while our bassist is away. This is the part of Sprockets while I do some writing. But it hasn't been going super well. I even took some time off work to focus better, but I'm just absolutely out of ideas here. Like, it's been weeks and I've got nothing. I'm starting to get a bit stressed, to be honest with you. Don't want to disappoint everyone. Got any ideas for me, mate? Song about heartbreak? Nah, mate. Romance isn't really my thing, so I wouldn't know anything about that. I want more of a prog rock thing going on. Like, the whole album needs to tell a story. Well, well. Someone wants a prog rock story. A progressive rock band album, you say, Klaus? In West Philadelphia. No, I'm not going to montage it. Perhaps you begin with a little band known as The Road. They have 4 albums out, all of the progressive variety. And if you're looking for an album that tells a story, could I recommend our second album, Monomyth, which retells the story of Dante's Inferno, but does so through the lens of multiple polyrhythms and instrumentations of from a variety of sources. It also features an incredibly pretentiously named Latinate song, because every progressive rock band needs at least one case of people noodling on guitar solos and titling songs in Latin. Once you've gotten through that, perhaps I could recommend some of our others. Our album Drift, for example, where there is a story, where there's a song which is a loose reference to the odious Lolita. And then perhaps you might consider 5 years later and our most recent Exodus, which makes references as well to journeys and monomyths of various types. It's probably the Road Band, maybe? A fan of prog. Well, I play in a progressive rock band, Mur. No. What? Hang on. I don't actually know this, so let me see. Yep. I've been playing in I played in a progressive rock band for over 20 years, although it's a little bit on hiatus at the moment, but yeah, we released our most recent album a couple of years ago. So my band was nominated for Best Prog Album in the 2010 Prog Awards. All right, hang on. I'm going to find it. There it is. Arv Band. Yeah. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember it either. But then there's also, then I might talk about some Spock's Beard. Might get some Porcupine Tree going on. Know what I'm saying? A little bit of Steven Wilson. King Crimson, of course. Who could forget? Early Genesis. Not the later Genesis. Early Genesis. Trick of the Tail, for example. Oh, yeah, an album for the ages. Try recommending books he likes and talking to him on there. Well, I'll have another think about it, all right? Peace out. Seashells. Wait, what happened? Oh, no, they took all my crime books. Crime and kids books. Yeah, I know. Echo has been bothering me about that, quite rightly. An RPG scenario. Did you really? My band covered Red back in the day, Prince Justin. And in fact, if you listen to the song, okay. I apologize. I'm going to be incredibly pretentious here for just a minute. Well, no, I'm not being pretentious. That's not true. I'm going to find an example of something which has like emphasis of that. All right. This is from our album 5 years later. And the middle section is very crimson. I'm going to warn everyone that it's very crimson.
Got the late night munchies.
But this is all we have.
Avoid the sad trombonist
Okay,
with
hold on.
Wonder. Mix and match dishes from 20+ mouthwatering.
Okay, wait. I gotta turn off the music here. Okay, just for a second. Yep. Okay, so this is and again, I'm warning everybody. This is proggy McProg, all right, portion of the instrumental, but it was inspired by King Crimson, which is why I mention it. This was very no. This is from 5 years later. This is the third album. The instrumentals, literally, we did this with math to make sure that it would work. That's true, Mur. No kidding, Mur, really? So inspired by Crimson. One other one. And I promise I won't make this all about playing my band stuff. But I don't have a chance to play this stuff as much as I like sometimes. This is the other very proggy one that was, again, Crimson inspired. This is the first song off of that album, off 5 years later, called Despair. One, two, three, four. I'm feeling like I'm helpless all the time now. Okay. So anyway, that was the guy who founded the band with me, the co-founded the band with me, who's not really in the band anymore, once called what we do wussy prog, by which I think he meant accessible prog, like actually this is prog that actually people can vaguely relate to on some level. So I was like, all right, wussy prog it is. All right, I'm ready for a 700-page movie. Sorry for that little sidebar. But anyway, if you like the music, I am proud of our music. And I play trumpets on lead vocal, and I write all the lyrics. And if anyone's interested, you can get those. They're available at Bandcamp. If you get them through Bandcamp, you order them physically through me, then I can send you a signed copy. So you could do that. And they're also available on Spotify, but they're also available digitally on Bandcamp, and they're available through, you can find it on YouTube and Apple Music, I think, and all that stuff. So anyway, Sorry, Prince Justin, way off to the side. But anyway, it was reminding me because of when you talked about Court of the Crimson King. Okay, I'm ready for a 700-page commitment. A fan of world-renowned detectives. I adore crime novels. We got some Sherlock Holmes. Come on, we got some Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. No. No Sherlock Holmes. 700-page commitment, huh? The Hobbit, let's go! Except that's not 700 pages. The Bright Sword. The Mysteries of Britain. That's a possibility. Sort of your fault. Well, I mean, Murr's right though. I've had to go. I have had to get over my discomfort at, promoting and talking up my writing, because the reality is that if we don't do that, nobody freaking buys the stuff. And I'm proud of my work. I've worked hard. I think I'm a good writer. I only mention that because I've worked hard to become one, and I work hard at the craft. But I have to. Very few authors that I know are like, oh yeah, I love talking about my stuff all the time. But I've had to get over that, right? But it's still uncomfortable for me to kind of go beyond that into talking about stuff that it's like stuff that I write, stuff that I'm involved with in terms of music or something along those lines, and not feel vaguely uncomfortable about that, So, yeah. I have sold a bunch of stuff. You're up through the back door. I saw a title, Europe through the back door with travel skills, and now I'm going to leave that behind. Nothing there is going to work well. If Tren were on with me right now, he'd be doing one of these things that Tren always does. So, and then ironically, Ace right after that. No, that's definitely not world-renowned detective. World-renowned detective. What do I have that's even close? I'm out of crime novels is the problem. That's my only 700-plus page book, though. Oh, wait, Don Quixote. But it's not a crime novel, though. There's The Bright Sword, The Troubled Past of King Arthur, and Mysteries of Britain. So, all right. So I've got two options, I guess. I could give either The Bright Sword, which is right around 700 pages, and The Mysteries of Britain. So that's a little bit there. Also, King Arthur is world-renowned, although not a world-renowned detective. Or I could go with the enormous Don Quixote because of the 700 pages. I know, but I don't have any crime books, Triffid. I'm trying to, get as close as I can. So we've got The Bright Sword, which is 688 pages. Yeah, I know. And if it's Lev Grossman, it's talking about, broken down, cynical people who are really sad. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so we've got The Bright Sword, Lev Grossman, or I've got Don Quixote. Now, the problem is, oh, God, but Don Quixote is very long, but it's not anywhere close to a detective. It's definitely not a crime novel. See, this is the thing, The Death of King Arthur. Might have to say sorry. I'm going to give Bright Sword a try. Are you sure I'd get through this in minutes? You get through in this in minutes? 688 pages? Because I was 12 pages shy? You didn't want to hear that? All right, so obviously I really have to worry about the page count. Wish there were drama books left. I'm surprised they used up all the drama books. It is a good thing to run out. You're supposed to sell that stuff, but... Man, that's unfortunate, though. All right, I got time for one more day. Almost have enough for that desk bell. Doing pretty well on these book collections, so I think I'm probably fine. The question is, where are we going? What makes for a pleasant browsing experience? The more books that Magic customers chase, the higher the chances they'll find what they're looking for. Yes, I know. Okay, more seashells. So let's go back to the far beach. All right. Now, at the far beach, kids continue to be a huge seller. Fantasy continues to be big. Travel's not a big deal, but they do like the classics. Travel's not a big deal at this place. I'll throw one more travel in there. Let's see. Oh no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. It was, that's wrong. That is inaccurate. Put these at the bottom. We put 3 travel down here. It was not that. It was crime was huge. People really liked crime. All right. And then, let's see. Drama. Fact. All right. Let me pull a couple more of those fantasy off. Let's put... Let's add a few more... Let's add a few more drama. All right. Here we go. Tuesday, summer the 9th. Okay, seashells, seashells, seashells. Where are my seashells at? There's 1. There's 2. More seashells. Looks like that's all there is for right now. All right. All right, so I placed my bet on kids and crime being the big ones, fantasy being pretty sizable as well. A little bit more on the drama, not so much on the travel, the classic, or the fact. And I probably could have pulled one more drama and added a classic maybe, but crime already. Doesn't have the kids book I want. Which one's your favorite? Sorry, I'm in a bit of a hurry. It needs to be suitable for an 8-year-old. Also, I'd like to start a new series, huh? What do we got? 5 children in it. Could do that. Don't want the 8th book. Nope, that's in the middle. Truly is a book for all ages. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Well, it depends. What 8-year-old? My 8-year-old? Peter Pan, maybe. That's too little. 5 children and it. I like it, and it's a new series. There you go. Perfect. This will make a good bedtime story. Outstanding. Inspired. Yeah, you're inspired. Okay. Hello, important question. Can just anyone write a book? Like, could I make one right now? Sure. Because I think books are pretty cool. I read loads of them already. Probably 25 or maybe 27. Like, I was trying to be like, well, you know, you need to do a little work. And then I'm like, you know what? I want a kid to know they can do it. Thank you, Big Boss. I'd probably need a photo of myself for the biography in the back. Harper Najim, most famous author in Buxtonbury, the world. Easy. I can draw a picture for the cover, too. A dragon, probably. Maybe even a horse. Guess I'm a writer now. Get ready to sell my work soon. What about chapters? Chapters? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, I'm trying to... Just trying to, you know, give her some knowledge, some basics, you know, some... Just, you know, build excitement, but without... Another crime. So far, I've been right about the crime and the kids. Deptness Westaway. Need to sell some more fantasy. What do I recommend? About what? Sorry, I have to pick up my kid in a bit. Something from a series would be nice. I tend to like most stories with a detective. Wouldn't hurt if it had a thrilling, gripping plot. Okay. Ghost stories from the grave. No. Sheep detective story. A humorous murder mystery. Set on a hillside near Glenskill, Ireland. A flock of sheep are outraged that someone got away with murdering their shepherd George. Can this eclectic cast of sheep detectives figure out who killed them? An absolutely baddie first book. All right. Something from a series. Well, that's not a thrilling, gripping plot, though. Study in Scarlet. Yes, indeed. Thrilling, gripping plot. She said from a series. Boom! Miss Marple. Perfect. Can't wait to get the next part in this series. She didn't say the first one. Yeah, I thought about that, but there was the series one, and I was like, well... 4 crime books sold, 1 fantasy, 3 kids. Telling you, on the beach, it's about crime, kids, and a little bit of fantasy. 5 crime books. I filled up a whole shelf with crime books, man, and I can't keep them on the shelf. Another kids book sold. Where are the best sellers, huh? Shani, we're talking to the bookseller right now. I wouldn't mind starting a new series. Also, I wouldn't mind something with a detective. Do you have anything like The Mystery of the Blue Train? Okay, starting a new series, huh? 3 bags full. Something with a detective? I mean, Study in Scarlet is not... I mean, it's Sherlock Holmes. Like, The Murder at the Vicarage? 3 bags full! Amazing. I can't wait to investigate this book. Yeah. Inspired. I'm going to run out of these crime books. I was 100% right on this. 8 crimes, 7 kids, and a fantasy. I was hoping I would get another fantasy book sold, but... Buy a fantasy book. Buy a fantasy book. Buy a fantasy book. Okay. You, buy fantasy. Buy fantasy. Okay. Guess not. Any other seashells? Okay. Well, click, click, and click. Okay. Alrighty. Outstanding. The Far Beach R local bookseller sold 8 crime books, 0 dramas, 0 fact, 1 fantasy, 0 classics, 7 kids, 0 travel, 16 in total, for a total of 33 after expenses. We're looking forward to seeing where our bookseller will hell next, plus 1 recommendations per day. That has value. Plus 2% to customer count. Plus 2 seconds inspiration duration, huh? I think I'm going to get that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. This is kind of fun. This is kind of fun. I am curious about how, like, what the end state is, or like how you play more of it, but it's fun. I don't feel like I've been making a ton of extra, but I also have been like building up my stock, building up resources. You know, like I'm selling a lot of these ones here. I don't know if I get any benefit from this, but like sold only 2 books to the local sailors. I forgot I could buy I can buy stuff from them in the. Yeah. Need to remember that. Okay. Anyway, very cool stuff, folks. Save and quit. I might see myself coming back to this a little bit later on. This is kind of cool. Very much kind of cool. But I need to get Rise Up on out of here because I need to get ready to go head over to the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation, because I have been invited to a reception at the Empire State Building for Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation scientists, and that is, as you might expect, a great honor. I am deeply honored to be invited to this, and so it's kind of important. So I have canceled my GOG stream and rescheduled the Our Vocalist for a couple of weeks from now. But this was fun. I was glad to get a little bit of a short stream in today, but we will get more going on. Don't forget, tomorrow we have got the community D&D. In fact, I'm going to change stream title. That'll be happening tomorrow with the community D&D Shadow Crew playing more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So you'll want to be here for that. And then I believe it is on Thursday we've got more of Super Mario RPG, which I think is also the case on Saturday. And then Sunday we have the 13th Icon returning, but at the moment a special version of the 13th Icon. This reminds me a little bit, if I understand what they're doing here. This reminds me. Just responding to someone about something. This reminds me a little bit of when we had only a couple of people for one of my Curse of Strahd sessions, and I ended up doing a When Alec Met Weller, which was basically Tren's character and Sod's character. That was a ton of fun and like was really enjoyable and fleshed out the world and all that stuff. So I suspect that more of that is what we will do as well. But it is definitely warm in my office. It's starting to get warm outside, so it appears that we are moving on into the springtime, which is, it took a long time. Only got us to mid-April before we actually started warming up for real. But that's going to do it for me for today. Again, Wednesday, Community D&D, Thursday, Super Mario RPG, Saturday, Super Mario RPG, Sunday, 13th Icon. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. And don't forget, for those of you who missed it, next Tuesday, we will have, first of all, Dragonbane, the first of 2 sessions this month. Then I will be over on GOG.com playing more Evoland 2. And then that evening, 1 week from today, will be a special roundtable discussion about labor rights and higher education. It will feature myself, 2 people from the St. John's University branch of the AAUP, and Carlos Hernandez, who will be talking about the experience of being a faculty member with a strong union at BMCC. And then we'll also feature Zachary Kaiser, who is the vice president of the newly recognized faculty union at Michigan State University. So highly recommend that people check that out. It's going to be a good time. But thank you all for being here. I enjoyed that a lot. I'm interested to see how many other times I can recommend more books to people. That'll be a good time. Good recommendation nonstop. I enjoyed that. All right, I've got to rise up on out of here though. If you like what you saw and heard, please follow the channel. Check out our YouTube with !ArvTube, Discord with !ArvCord, Blue Sky with !ArvSky. Also buy all this stuff from The Kids Are Asleep, which is Valerie Valdez. Also buy all this stuff from Mur Lafferty, Mighty Mur in stream. Buy all those people's books. Do it. Buy books. But otherwise, and listen to Skiffy and Fanty because of reviews that we get from Triffid and Prince Justin. Also do that. Where were we? Yes. So anyway, again, ArvTube, !ArvTube, Discord, !ArvCord, Blue Sky, !ArvSky, website, arvineleron.com. One last thing before everyone leaves. Please spread the word about the channel. I love it when people do that and we get more people in and start chatting about stuff. It's just a really good time. So please do that if you can. ! Arv Treon is the Patreon, trying to build that back up right there. Cool stuff for you in the channel. ! Arv shops the merchandise area. You can get cool stuff, swag for the channel, and also stuff for swag for you and also that benefits the channel. ! Arv Treon, I mentioned already. Subbing to the channel, get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. On the publishing side, speaking of publishing, ! Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts. ! Library, that's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and source book from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And ! Greyshade, that is my award-winning and critically acclaimed Grey Assassin trilogy. It is a work of fantasy. It would be on that shelf in my tiny bookstore. Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic, available at that link. You can also get the audiobook of Greyshade, Renegade, and Heretic from our very own Trent Sparks. You can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from our very own Brandon O'Brien, which is coming out from Alligator Alley soon, TM. So please make sure that you get those in there. Otherwise, as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And we send the message, we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Continued good love to Minnesota and Minneapolis for fighting fighting back against federal occupation and invasion, and doing so also with bravery and courage in an inspirational and powerful way. Also, by the way, side note, I know Imaginary was in here before. Imaginary, big news out of Hungary, and I think that's going to help a lot for more money coming in the very near future to Ukraine, which is desperately needed. That win over Orban was a huge win for democracy in the world, and a huge win and a strike against autocrats in the world too. Doesn't mean everything's, we got a long way to go, but it was a very solid win. So let's take that and go forward with it. That said, I want to thank everyone who made this an awesome stream today. Thank you to Prince Justin, to Trifity Mats, best mods in the business. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters and subscribers, Prince Justin, Trifity Mats, Nonstop, Echo Alpha, Imaginary, Exponent. Thank you to my wonderful viewers. Thank you to Big Boss. Thank you to Effect Life. What's up, Effect Life? Thank you to Mighty Murr. Also, again, get Mighty Murr, get Murr's stuff. I already said that. Thank you to Mr. Jonas. Thank you to Sabra, to Sunny Boy, the Airmaster. The Kids Are Asleep. Get the Kids Are Asleep stuff too. Thank you to Valerian Gamer. Thank you to Warren Rar. Thank you to Zytera. And I'm going to go get myself ready and then go talk to some amazing, heroic people known as Damon Runyon Foundation scientists. I will let you know what they say. But otherwise, and in 2 weeks, big announcement coming from Zach Clay and myself about something relating to Damon Runyon too. That's going to do it for me. Cool, Effect Life. I'm glad. Good to see you. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you folks soon. Don't forget tomorrow night, Community D&D. Otherwise, I'm on my way out, and I'll catch you folks soon. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other, and have a good night.